Plan on flying? It's time to upgrade to a real ID. Because in order to board domestic flights, your driver's license or state-issued ID must be a real ID, or you'll need another acceptable form of identification. So don't wait. Find out how to get your real ID at tsa.gov/realid. That's tsa.gov/realid, or visit your local DMV. And then you'll be cleared for takeoff.
Okay, so looks like you're really trying to get a handle on this whole LA fire thing.
Yeah.
There's just a ton of info flying around out there.
Right.
Let's break it down a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
We've got like all sorts of stuff here. We've got searches, news updates.
Yeah.
Even some official terms in here.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like you're really doing your research.
Absolutely.
But by the end of this, you'll not only know like what's happening,
Yeah.
but you'll also know where to find reliable updates.
Right.
And like what questions are still even unanswered.
Absolutely.
So are you ready to dive in?
Let's dive in.
Okay, so first off, where exactly are all these fires?
Right.
We see Mandeville Canyon, Brentwood, and Encino Palisades.
Yeah. All over the place.
So it's not just one fire.
Right.
We're dealing with multiple locations here.
Multiple locations burning at the same time.
Which is why it feels like the whole city's on fire.
Yeah. And that geographic spread
Yeah.
is really key to understanding why we're seeing those searches for like evacuation map.
Right.
And closest shelter spiking right now.
Makes sense.
Like,
Yeah.
imagine trying to track multiple fires moving across those hilly neighborhoods.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
And a lot of people potentially in harm's way.
And while we don't have any specific dates in these sources,
Yeah.
the search for live updates and current containment,
Yeah.
it really tells us that this is happening right now.
Exactly. This is an ongoing situation.
So it's unfolding as we speak.
As we speak.
And that urgency, I think, is reflected in
Yeah.
some of these searches. Like how many houses burned in LA?
Right. It's not just acreage,
Right.
We're talking about people's homes and their lives.
Exactly. And their livelihoods and everything. And this
Always.
is why, finding that reliable information
Yeah.
is so crucial. And you're on the right track.
Right.
Looking at fire.ca.gov, the Cal Fire Map,
Mm-hmm.
even searching for officials like Catherine Barger and the LA Fire Chief.
Those are the voices we need to be hearing from right now.
Yeah.
Those are the voices we need to be listening to.
Absolutely.
And yet, though,
Yeah.
there's still so many unanswered questions.
Of course.
Like we see a bunch of searches for what caused the fires,
Right.
but none of these sources actually give us an answer.
Yeah, that's typical in the early stages of a wildfire investigation.
Yeah.
It's complex.
Right.
There are a lot of factors to consider.
Takes time.
But what's interesting is the uptick in searches for power line safety
Mhm.
and Santa Ana winds.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like some people are already connecting the dots with those recent windstorms.
Yeah, those winds were no joke.
They were really something.
Speaking of connecting the dots,
Yeah,
you even searched Watch CBS.
I did.
Are you a fan of their local coverage or?
CBS often has a really strong team on the ground.
Okay.
But I think it's a good reminder that
Yeah.
every news outlet has its own bias.
Oh, for sure.
Getting information from various sources,
Mm.
including those official channels, really helps us form a more complete picture.
Absolutely. So, to recap for our listener,
Yeah.
we're dealing with multiple active fires across a really wide area of LA.
Yeah. It's a big situation.
The impact is still unfolding, but people are understandably worried.
Rightfully so.
And while the cause still remains unknown,
Right.
those official sources like fire.ca.gov and
Right.
CAL FIRE's map
Mm-hmm.
are really going to be your best bet for reliable updates.
And as we continue to follow this story, it's important to remember
Yeah.
that behind every one of those search terms is a real person whose life is being impacted by these fires.
Well, absolutely.
So stay informed, stay safe, and stay compassionate.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's a really powerful reminder for all of us.
I think so.
So thank you for that. And thanks for tuning into this deep dive. And we'll catch you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.